when we talked about the history of third-party data, starting with email, they kept buying up all this data exhaust. They became this monster entity, right? One of their biggest strengths is to grow and keep collecting and getting more and more data. But if the selling of data becomes more complicated and arguably not even possible at maybe either at some point or someday, I think there's definitely a gray area in all of these things. Then how, if you're a third party asset, what choices do you have, right? Like, how do you keep yourself resilient? Are you then shrinking over time? Which you could make a argument and have a constructive debate on that. These assets could be shrinking in nature. And the reason is that the second and third thing a lot of this legislation has enabled is the right to opt out, right? And the right to have consent and the right to have knowledge of how your data is being used. So if you can't buy any more data and consumers are coming to you and saying, don't use my data, I want to know what you have on me and opt me out or delete me completely from your system, then you could make the constructive kind of a dialogue around, hey, we might have something that is a shrinking asset, right? So that's some of the stuff that regulation and privacy legislation is also having some of these trends as well.
Yeah, I mean, and you say that and you think about like the big changes with iOS and Facebook. And I think now, they're looking at about, when I checked it, about 30% opt out of tracking information. So yeah. It started out about 15%. Now, a year later, it's up to 30%, which equates to about $13 billion a year in lost revenue for Facebook. So, but that's going to be, just take that what Facebook's doing. That's kind of like what they're rolling out, across everyone, right? So, and I think as it continues to build, it's at 30% now, sooner or later it's going to be at 50, 75%. So definitely there is a shrinking ecosystem, and that's going to cost advertisers, lots and lots of money.